I've been hearing the sounds of your guitar without realizing that they're guitar, largely because they often don't sound like guitar, since before I was aware of what it was.
Yeah.
I was a little kid. My parents had 10 excellent records in their collection. That's the only records they had. They had 10. And Maria Muldaur with Midnight at the Oasis, of course, I'm sure you're sick of hearing about this, but that was one of the ones.
Never sick of hearing about the hit.
Right. I guess not.
No.
So I've been aware of that sort of slippery, mysterious Telecaster stuff since I was, since before I knew that it was even a guitar. One of the things I find really interesting about your playing and about your career, and I suppose especially as a band leader, is that although your music is really colorful, and you're to those who are aware of your playing, you're probably among the most colorful guitar players that have ever been and have ever bended a note. You gravitate back to the blues frequently.
Yeah, I do. It permeates. Well, it permeates all the kinds of music that I like, and I mean, what I'm doing now, for the most part, is I've sort of morphed into a jazz musician. I always was one, but I was kind of afraid to try to make a living playing jazz. It's got to be the most difficult profession in any kind of rooted music. And, but I found that my group's motto now, my new jazz group's motto is bringing the blues back to jazz, because it's sort of sadly missing in contemporary jazz now. But we're in the golden era of bebop. I mean, it just permeated the music of Miles Davis and Horace Silver and Thelonious Monk and all the giants of that era. So that's what we're sort of doing.
When I'm playing if I'm warming up before a gig, or if I'm sitting by myself, or if I decide I should practice my guitar, I find myself, it seems to be blues first and foremost. In fact, I have to force myself to think outside of that. And I find myself always thinking, okay, I need to find a more interesting way to play around the 5 chord, to navigate my way through the turnarounds. And it seems like it's 3 chords, and I've been noodling on these 3 chords and this pentatonic scale. I mean, it's not that fundamental necessarily, but for a long time. And there's still a lot of mystery in that. Like, how do you, there's still a lot of, I still scratch my head when I find a cool way to play around the 5 chord or those turnarounds. I mean, there's a lot of mystery in those simple 3 chords. Yeah,
that's a fun area to get into, to find out ways to, play a 5 chord like an 11th chord, which is sort of it's like a 9th chord with a sus4, like.
So what key are we in now? If you're in G, right?
Yeah.
So you're thinking of that as a 5 chord?
Yeah. This is I'm thinking of this as a D chord.
As a D chord, okay.
Yeah. If you were playing,
Right.
Yeah.
And you just walked over jump changes. You just did a 1-6-2-5 kind of thing at the end. Okay.
Yeah. Or a 1, 2. No. You might come down from a 3 chord that's played like this. Flat 5, 2, and then that sussed like that. Yeah.
You just resolved it like that? You just resolved it by taking this.
Yes, I did.
And just dropping that one note?
Yeah.
Awesome.
There was an R&B instrumental, I think it was called Roller Coaster. That was a, whoops, hangnail. And then goes sort of a 3 real minor 2. Yeah.
Cool. Wow. There you go. There's a chord I've never played.
It's a beauty.